Welcome to American Dream TV. I'm Megan Branigan, and I'll be your host today as we explore one of New York City's best-kept secrets, Douglas Manor, a historic waterfront community nestled in Douglaston, Queens. I happen to know a little bit about this community, having grown up here, and my family has lived here for the past 70 years. Douglas Manor is entirely residential, with approximately 600 homeowners. Residents maintain the waterfront through annual dues paid to the DMA, otherwise known as the Douglas Manor Association. And membership isn't limited to residents. Anyone can join as long as you pay the dues. What more could you ask for than a New York City suburban community? Fabulous proximity to New York City, peace and quiet, the waterfront, low taxes, a strong sense of community, and incredible architecture. Joining me now is Kevin Wolf, architect, local resident, and founder of the Douglaston Little Neck Historical Society. Kevin, I know how passionate you are about the history and the architecture of the area. Can you tell me a little bit about what makes the architecture of Douglas Manor stand out so much?
Having grown up here like you, I always wondered why this place was different from other places. And in part, when I got to architecture school, I found out this is what's called a planned railroad suburb or a garden suburb, and it's a movement that happened in the United States in the late 19th through the early 20th century. And Douglas Manor is even unique among those neighborhoods. For one, we're standing here on Shore Road. This is owned in common, the shorefront, by all 600 families that live here. And that was a groundbreaking, radical move for the time to say to people, you're gonna buy a house and you are gonna own the shore with all your neighbors.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's really incredible.
So here we are at the Douglaston Club, very rich in history. This is a gathering place for local area residents, also open to new members, that offers tennis, swimming, dining, bowling, and lots of events throughout the year, including live entertainment on Friday night. Hi, Susan, how are you? This is Susan Turciano, catering manager at the Douglaston Club.
I've been here at the Douglaston Club for 18 years, and I am extremely passionate about this club and building and membership. The events that we do range from children's events to weddings to showers to our amazing club-themed events. We've been to Miami South Beach in the summer, out on the pool deck. We've been to a night in Shanghai. This year we'll be going to the Amalfi Coast.
For those of us not familiar, perhaps you could share a little bit about what the club offers to its members.
Great, yeah. I mean, so the club's been here for many, many years. One of the things the club offers, obviously, certainly social dining. We have the sailing, swimming pool, tennis. Also, downstairs, brand new this year, bowling. So quite a bit of amenities for anyone that would be interested. Plus, it's a club within a community, which makes it such more attractive.
Thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate you and Susan showing us around the club. It's such a special place, and I can't wait to come back.
It's certainly our pleasure. Thank you so much for being here. We're looking forward to obviously seeing you at the club as the Douglaston members, but obviously, if there's anything else we can do in the future, please let us know.
Here we are at the Douglaston train station, just a few steps away from Il Toscano, a fine dining establishment that anyone would want to come to. Let's pop in and see the owners. This is Alex Privilegi, and we have the honor of him inviting us here today. Why Douglaston? Why did you pick Douglaston for such a fine dining establishment?
Well, we had lived in the area very, very briefly, and my dad, who was working at the Hotel Pierre, had said, look for a place to open a restaurant. And I was still in high school, so I would walk home from school every day. And I would come down to the train station because on the corner there was a Lionel train store. It just so happened one of the days when I was coming down here, the liquor store next door was closing. And since my father had said, keep an eye out, I ran home, in my exuberance as a youth and said, I found the perfect spot for a restaurant right by the train station. And the great thing about it, it was completely empty because it was a liquor store. It just had shelves inside.
Amazing. Let's toast to 40 years and 40 more to come.
I can agree with that.
So now that we've heard from Alex, I want you to meet the patriarch of Il Toscano, Mauro Privilegi. Mauro, what would you say is the most special part of owning Il Toscano for you?
Working with my mother in 1985. My mother was here early on. She comes in the morning and go downstairs and make all the pasta, all the sauces. So she work all until lunchtime, then we have lunch together. Then I take her home in Douglaston, in Hollywood. And then we come back at night and she greet all the people. And it was a wonderful thing that my mother around that way.
That's amazing. That's a wonderful memory, and I can understand why that means so much to you. Thanks for putting Douglaston on the map. Thanks very much for joining me on American Dream TV. I'm Megan Branigan, and I look forward to seeing you next time. In the meantime, cheers.